right. Ooh. Ooh, it's been the holidays. Ooh. All right, let me look all fancy. Look, no, I'm not wearing a hoodie. No, I'm all glamorous, aren't I? Oh my gosh, yes, I have been, overindulging. All right, but I digress. Hey, this is a TikTok, totally pop-up TikTok live. Not scheduled. So hopefully, if you are, I was supposed to check. Hopefully TikTok is letting you know about this. It's saying, hey, are you here? Okay, because I know there may be something I'm supposed to do. I'm going to be like, look at TikTok settings. So it's supposed to alert you when I'm going live. So if you're, there we go. People are liking it. People are saying, hey, Irish Pink, happy hi, and happy, all the stuff. Just happy. Jen for me. Okay, Mommy Salami is saying it did for you. Awesome. Thank you, Irish Pink. The notification for the live came in. Thank you very much for letting me know that, okay? I don't know often what things look like on my side, look different from yours, okay? So thank you for everybody to let me know. Happy winter. Yay. Okay, good. Because this is a total pop-up, and thank you. I figured while the season was still on us, I would, my pop-ups, I always do a lot live from around the hacienda, as we call our house. And I thought since we had the tree up for the next many days, because it's not gonna, it's not like it's gonna get dry and, and start to decay because it's made out of aluminium. I would just put the Christmas tree in the background because it's a gloomy gray kind of day today. All right. So thank you, Sassy Pants, for sharing the live. I'm supposed to encourage more viewers to share. If you want to share, that would be awesome, but I'm not going to pressure you to do a damn thing. I get very particular about stuff. So sometimes when TikTok tells me to do something, I say, F you, TikTok. But TikTok has been great, and this is why I'm here today. So it is December 27th, a couple of days after Christmas, a few days closer to New Year's, and I'm here to kind of help you through this week unlike any other. Oh gosh, Anastasia says, my tree fell over in the middle of the night. I'm glad you're lolling about it. Yes, these things happen. These things happen. It's saying, I am done, right? But it was going to come down anyway. Maybe it just told you that it was time to do that, all right? So Wednesday. It doesn't feel like a Wednesday, does it? Bonnie Esther, nice to see you. Sylvia and Sophisticated Schnauzers and all the people. I'm here for you for this week. Popping up, doing these TikTok lives. Next week, when it's the the new year and all that, there will be a lot more structure around this. And nothing ever too overly structured, because boy, do I rail against that like nobody's business. I get that kind of rail against that like nobody's business. I get that kind of don't fence me in. Give me land, lots of land, don't fence me in, don't fence me in, all right? However, some structure is better than no structure at all. So like this week, I am doing my best to pop up and do TikTok lives when I have the bandwidth to do so, and today I do. So I want to help you this week. What are you struggling with clutter-wise? Maybe putting away the Christmas stuff? Have you been tempted by the sale of something that's 50% off after Christmas? Have you been tempted by the fruit of another? Have you been tempted by a 50% off sale, a 75% off sale, a 90% off sale? Okay. If you have, just ask yourself this question. Trust me, I've been there. But ask yourself this question. If it wasn't on sale, would I still be excited to go out and race to the store and buy it? Just ask yourself that question. If it was double the price, notice how price has a lot to do with how you're feeling it. If you're struggling with clutter, I want to suggest to you, and this isn't across the board 100% true, but there's a grand percentage of truth in this, that if you're struggling with clutter, probably you don't need to bring in more stuff into your house, okay? So notice that. Marcia is saying, and Gloria is asking, closet stuff. Marcia is saying, hello from Nashville. Hello, Marcia Campbell. We love Nashville. My husband's a musician. We go to Nashville not as often as we'd like, but we do. It's a day of clothing, closet purging and donating. Purging or culling or releasing. Okay, yeah, I get it. Releasing what doesn't serve you and then donating to somewhere where it can help somebody else. Awesome. Go for that. Gloria is saying, feeling so overwhelmed with my closet. What's the best way to declutter or at least organize? Yeah, Gloria, I can help you with that. It's going to sound simple, and it is simple, but it can be difficult at times. I'll share with you. It's basically deciding, you know this, but let's start at the very beginning. Basically deciding what you want to keep and what you're ready to let go of. Now, with clothing, one of the things that helps me decide if I want to keep the clothing or not is whether it fits on my body. Whether it fits comfortably on my body. Because I can cram my butt into some stuff that, man, ain't comfortable in. And I'm looking in the other room because I'm not in my office anymore, so my husband's kind of walking back and through. If I have the cranky pants on, it's not just one pair of pants. It's a lifestyle. No, the cranky pants. Have we all been there? When your clothing doesn't feel good on your body, that has a ripple effect in your life. So notice that, Gloria. Just go through, and you know some stuff that you're not wearing anyway, that you haven't worn recently, because it might not be comfortable on your body. Even if it technically fits, maybe it cuts the wrong way. I'm always thinking I'm being like chopped in half in the middle when I'm wearing like a top and a skirt. I don't even wear tops and skirts anymore. That was like from when I worked in an office. I am all about like the single layer that goes from the top here all the way over, past my waist, past my butt, even longer. Heck, I've worn caftans. So just notice what doesn't feel good on you or feel good when you think of it and start there. Okay? Notice that. That's a good place to start. Okay? I tell you that so that is a nice, calm, easy, simple way for you to overcome the overwhelm. Go try that. See how that works. You come back, and what doesn't work, you let me know. I do love it. Irish Pink did say our sales purchases were consumables. Sure, if there's something that you like to eat or drink or consume and it's on sale, yeah, that's cool. It doesn't add to your clutter, and you can get that vicarious. I think the thing we go for often with the after season specials is that zing of dopamine and adrenaline and haha of getting a deal. Right? Like, haha, this used to be, yesterday it was full price, now it's half price, I got a deal, right? That's only good, and that can be fun when you're buying it, but by the time you get it home, is there a place for it in your house? Well, obviously, if it's consumable, is there a place for it in your belly, right? Yeah, it's going to happen. Went to Dollar Tree yesterday. Some of the things I got for last-minute gifts were half off. It's going to happen because we live in a consumerist society. Yeah, somebody, who was it? I just saw somebody saying, yes, I almost bought a ton of yarn. Okay, Sylvia, notice you did that. Congratulate yourself for not buying tons of yarn. And maybe say to yourself this, can I use the yarn that I have at my house? Now, I'm trying to think of anything that I bought. No. And I'm not saying that like, oh, look at me, I didn't buy anything. Like, no, you know what? I think I bought online like some new underpants and a bra because it was on sale and I need some new underpants and a bra. But that's about it. Just notice those things. Okay. Heather, Indie Realtor, I got you. Heather's saying, I need you today. And the reason, I will say this, the reason I am reading these is because I download these TikTok lives to and upload them to Destination Decluttered on YouTube. And these comments do not carry through on the download. So I repeat these so I give context to my answers. Okay, so Heather is saying, I need you today. I'm here. Look, you got what you asked for. I'm organizing my Christmas decorations. Well, actually, I'm just procrastinating sitting here. I get you. Look, I got Christmas decorations. Look, here. See this guy? Hello there. I got 3 of them. These are my three wise guys, my 3 wise men. Actually, the 3 wise guys are in the other room. See, I got this guy, I get this guy, and I get this guy. Right? I got Christmas decorations. So let me ask you this. What's jamming you up? Heather, where are you stuck? Maybe you've already put it in the thing. I will scroll through and I'll find out. But you let me know more specifically what's keeping you procrastinating versus doing something. And I can better help you the more specific we get, okay? Mommy Salami is asking, Beth and anyone who else has a Christmas tree, those are worth money. They certainly are. They certainly are for people who want them. Yes, that's one. We thrifted ours. See, notice that kind of dopamine rush of aha, people paying hundreds of dollars. We paid like $25 for ours. So yes, they are worth money. They're fun. Yeah, there we go. Had an estate sale for my parents at $395. Yep, I love it. I love it. Actually, my sister used to sell vintage stuff. She's closed her shop, but she still does it on the side. So notice that. Inessa is saying, I've donated lots of clothes recently that don't fit me now. That's okay. I have good luck and bad luck clothing. Okay, Anastasia, donate your bad luck clothing. Get it over there. Yes, and here I am again. Here I come again. I am like my dad. I am Gen X. He was silent generation, I think. We have a song for everything, right? Here you come again. That was Dolly Parton, right? Okay. Yeah, this week, I know, because I've been there and I am there, that this is a week unlike any other. We are between two worlds. So I am helping you. I am showing up for you this week, and of course next week and the week after and the week after, to set yourself up for success, starting your new year, starting right now, doing things differently than you may have done prior to Christmas. When it gets down to the wire with Christmas and holidays, you're going to do anything that you're habitually doing, right? So that's not a good time to try to change your habits, but now you're done. Deep breath. How'd it go? What did I do? What do I want next year? Right. I will say this. Write yourself a note about how this year's Christmas went, and put a reminder on your calendar to read it at the end of September of 2024. Okay? Notice there. There we go. Irish Pink is saying, this is a great day to work a closet, set a 15-minute timer, or tackle the Christmas trash. Yes, any little bit can help. This desk that I am sitting at doing this TikTok live is right near our tree. Now, we didn't have many things to unwrap because my husband and I kind of buy the little things as we go along during the year. So we don't save up and do a lot of that. And also, I don't like wrapping paper, so we tend to use bags and whatnot. But this desk was covered with gift bags. So what I did was I started to slowly take the things out of them, fold the gift bags out. I'll put them away for next year. So a little bit at a time. Okay. Alrighty. So Heather, you're saying it's a vicious cycle. What's the viciousness about it? Gloria is saying, I've gained weight. My closet is not fitting as well. I have gained weight too. But I don't want to buy new stuff. How about this? You don't have to buy a whole bunch of new stuff. But don't you feel better when you feel better in your clothing? Maybe something that's less constrictive. You don't have to replace your entire wardrobe, but make sure you have some things that are comfortable. And Gloria, I want to offer this too. All of us, I'm going to bet that if there are people who have not gained weight or have lost weight during the holidays, you are a minority. Because I don't know about you, but I just ate some chocolate pie. I had a big piece of bread with some butter on it. I had noodles for dinner last night. This is just the season, okay? The stuff that if your closet is not fitting well and you don't think you're going to fit into those clothes for a while, no big deal. No big deal. Happens to all of us. But temporarily, to make your closet function better for who you are today and in the foreseeable future, how about just simply temporarily removing the items that don't fit, put them in a nice clear plastic tote. They're probably on sale at Target because you know that this racket that we have going on with consumerist society, now they're going to be selling you things to store the stuff that you just bought, but let's use it to our advantage. We'll get a sale on totes. Put the stuff that doesn't fit you in a tote. Label it, size, whatever it is. Put away on this date and hope to fit into it by this date. And then store it somewhere that is less in the way of your current clothing. Okay? Notice that. Okay? Hope that helps. Anessa says, I've got to help my mom clean out her closet of things. She's older and likes to hold on to things. Yes, I have done that myself with my mother of an older generation and likes to hold on to things. That's very cool that you want to help her. What I want to suggest to you is meet her where she is at. Whatever it makes it easier for, whatever things she's ready to let go of, you be there with a bag and a box and you grab that stuff and you do the next thing. You make it easy for her to make those decisions. And then be with her and allow her to have some support when she's struggling with those decisions. And also know that sometimes you need to take a break. Decluttering is decision making, and decision making can be exhausting after a while. Decision making drains your battery, drains your energy, drains your, as I like to say about road tripping, like your gas tank. So know when it feels easy, and at a certain point, it's not going to feel so easy. Okay? Notice that. Okay, and that's really cool. You want to help your mom. Okay. Haha. See, Heather is saying, because my garage needs to be cleaned up in order for me to go organize where the Christmas totes go. Okay, so notice there's a cause and effect. There's a little domino effect action here. Okay, and domino effect. So, let me say this. Let's even start with the Christmas totes. Before you, everybody, and this isn't just you, Heather, but you're bringing up a good thing. Okay, everybody, did you use all of the Christmas decor that you have? Did you use it all this year? Just answer yourself that question. You can put it in the comments. You don't have to. It's all about you. I know I didn't. So I did not put out all of my Christmas decor. But let me ask you this follow-up question. If you didn't use that stuff, do you feel like you might want to be, do you think you are going to use it next year? If you are, then you're going to feel better about putting it away. But if it's stuff that you're looking at going, man, I'm kind of done with this. I used to be into putting the garland on the tree, and now I don't do it anymore. Have a conversation with yourself to say, do I even want to use this next year? My husband and I had this conversation with each other because we have this Christmas tree, but we also have a bigger white one, another vintage tree that we thrifted. Again, that zing of, oh, look at me, I only got it for $25. And that tree had lights you could put on it. This one you can't put lights on because you'll electrocute yourself. But or at least get a little zing, little buzz. But I said to him, I was like, hey, you know what? I don't think do you think we're gonna use that white tree anymore? Because I don't think we're going to. And he's like, yeah, no, I think we're good with this one. So the white tree, we didn't bring it up, obviously. And next year, it's already earmarked to be given away or sold or whatever for next year. So have a conversation with yourself, informed about what you did this year, and kind of look into your future. And do you imagine yourself using those things? Okay? Because Heather, what you might be able to find is maybe you have some Christmas stuff that you don't even want anymore, and that will reduce the amount of space you need to make in your garage. Okay, notice that. Okay. Yep, didn't put up a tree, wasn't into it. No, of course not. Okay, see, notice. Oh, this is cool. A lot of us did not use a lot of our Christmas stuff. No big deal. Again, so much is not a big deal, but use that as information. Why didn't you use it? So I told you the story about the tree. There we go. Bless your heart. Very clever. We found half-empty Christmas totes in the attic. Must consolidate, but why an ARG? I'd be psyched to consolidate it to make it give much more room. You know? Mima is saying, I'm purging old Christmas stuff and bought some new stuff for next year. Cool. User 8658 says, I regret buying all these toys for my kids. They're everywhere. Of course. You know what's interesting about this? Think about it. Even if your kids are normally tidy, even if you have a tidy home and you have places for things, when you bring new things into your house, they do not have a home yet. You don't know where they go because you've never had them before, so you don't have a home. Help your children find new homes for their toys so they know where to put them back, and then train them to put them back. Okay? There we go. Heather just said, check me out. Heather, high five to you, right back at you. I have 10, 20. I have removed myself from the chair and I am in the garage organizing. Every little bit helps. I am here to encourage you, to give you the courage to get from stuck to started, to give you the courage to say, all right, you know what? I'm just going to get up. I'm going to do the thing. Going from being seated to standing is a wonderful start. Standing still to walking closer to the things and then starting to do the things. Okay? I love that you're doing that. Notice Heidi D also gave you some clapping and high-fiving. Okay? Notice that. There we go. Somebody says give it to your kids. Some people, people may not want your stuff. I am cool with that. I've gotten myself, I love my stuff. My stuff, George Carlin, anybody? My stuff is good stuff. Your stuff is crap. I love my stuff, but my stuff has the most meaning to me. Immediately when somebody else looks at it, probably not so much, especially the people I'm related to. I get it. My dad liked duck decoys and smoking a pipe and going out hunting and, shooting ducks and other cute little birds. That ain't me. He loved it. I didn't. That's okay. So just know that you can love your stuff and think it's good stuff, but do not guilt anybody into, or, just know that it's part of the process, that somebody else may not like your stuff as much as you do. Allow your nervous system to sit with that. Okay? Just notice that. Okay, what else do we have? Yeah. Dolly's saying that seems to be a problem with a lot of the stuff that's laying around. They need a home. Give it a home. Have fun with it. Where do these things go? Where's a good place? Where is it going to make sense to my head to go and look for this thing? If you go and there's too many sweaters in your sweater drawer because you got some sweaters for Christmas, that's when you might want to cull out the ones that you don't wear as much. Maybe they got too small. Notice I did that. You didn't get too big. My sweaters got too small. It's the pictures that got small. I just cracked myself up all over the place. I have a sweater. Actually, here was a funny thing. Here's a story time, kids. I had a tradition for a number of years that every Christmas on sale, I would buy myself a cashmere sweater from, talk about old people talk, from Steinmart, okay? The reason I bought them at Steinmart was not only because they were on sale, but also because they were the brand Peck and Peck, which many of you probably don't know about, but Peck and Peck was an old legacy brand that my great aunt used to work for that brand back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And so I had a connection with that. So I would splurge on on sale cashmere sweater, and I would wear them, and I would think of Aunt Mimi, and it would be really cool. Well, guess what happened? Years go by, I gain weight, they don't fit as well, but I still kind of cram myself into them. And then the other day I was picking one out to refold it, and I went like this, moth holes. Well, that made it easier to donate it somewhere where somebody else might be able to do something with it. So notice this stuff. Sometimes it works for your while and sometimes it doesn't. Okay? Notice that. Okay? There we go. Anastasia says, as I was cleaning the kitchen, I decluttered the drawers at the same time. Yeah, you discover what works for you and what doesn't. Okay? I love it. I've got this. Been working on decluttering and donating 30 years of stuff. I'm at the end. See, there you go. Heather, notice you. You have went from stuck to started and like nobody's business to being sitting and feeling overwhelmed and being surrounded by Christmas stuff, and then you got up, you moved, you went out to the garage, and now you're doing it. Notice when you talk to yourself better, you feel better, you're doing stuff, okay? Bless your heart. Thank you for being reminded. Launching now. Psh, go off. Launch yourself. There was a word that it's kind of like launching. It reminded me of rockets. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll use it in a future coaching thing. But anyhow, Vicky is asking, what should I do with my sweater from 1979? Wear it. That's what sweaters are for, right? Wear it. If it doesn't fit you, it's probably antique clothing by now. Trust me, 1979 is pretty close to the early 80s, and I have T-shirts that are from the early 80s that I still have because they ceased to be. Some of them have ceased to be clothing. What they are is sentimental items. So notice that. Okay. Okay. Mimi Mel is saying, I'm very OCD, so clutter is chaos. You're not the only one. You are you're in a group of people here. And hey, I forgot to introduce myself, Beth, Destination Decluttered, doing a TikTok live pop-up, helping you with your clutter. Sign up for my mailing list, follow my page, yada, yada. Many of us are affected by the quantity and quality of items that we're surrounded by. So if your surroundings make you feel a certain way that isn't good, we can do something. I can help you with that. So your surroundings change and your feelings change. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Taking me 3 months to declutter, 30 years. Could not have done it without you. Love your lives. Excellent, Heather. And especially because you're a realtor, you know that there are many people who struggle with this stuff. Get the word out. Let them know about Destination Decluttered, okay? Awesome. All right. Clothing resale sites have helped me clean out closets without feeling so wasteful. There you go. And I love you guys. I heart the Peck and Peck. That's awesome. Karen says, I loaded my SUV full of Christmas and other stuff to Thanksgiving and gave it free-for-all. Rid of most of it. Wonderful. Wonderful. Releasing what doesn't serve you can feel wonderful. It happens every morning if you get out of bed and before you go into the kitchen, you probably stop in the small room, at least if you're like me, and boy, does it feel good to release what no longer serves you. Am I right? It's all part of the process, right? Yes, what's old is now new. Yes, me with my tinsel tree right here, totally. Okay, Mesa Maria is saying, I need help getting started and maintaining. Okay, getting started is finding out the thoughts that cause you feeling that are keeping you stuck, and then flipping those thoughts onto the other side, to the other side of the page, the other alignment. Okay, that helps you get stuck. You've got a story in your head and a feeling in your nervous system that's stopping you. When you pop open the hood of your car and see what's underneath and fix that, figure out what's getting you stuck, you can get started. Now, maintaining is a different part of the process. And this is one people often forget. It's almost like losing weight. You can lose the weight, but if you don't maintain, you're going to gain it back. Same thing with decluttering. Maintenance is a changing of your daily, minute little habits all over the place, little bits at a time. Okay? There we go. Anastasia is saying, I'm organizing the refrigerator, and you were right. I have way too much to declutter. But you know what? Here's a wonderful time. I was on a coaching call early this morning with clients because I do one-on-one coaching, and she was talking about doing some decluttering before the new year. I think before the new year is an awesome time to everybody go through your fridge a little bit at a time, and seriously, just a shelf or just a little thing on the drawer, just make sure nothing has expired. And if something is getting close to being expired, get curious. Do I really like the taste of this? Or did I buy it and I'm kind of done with it? Okay? Notice that. Yep, just notice that. And if you can, little bits at a time, it will help. I do this a lot, much to my husband's dismay. When we go traveling, and we do this a lot, is cleaning out, saying, okay, we're just going to eat whatever's in the fridge so that when we leave, nothing is going bad in the fridge. Now the whole door of like sauces and condiments, which is such his thing, is a different story, but we do go through it to make sure nothing is inadvertently expired. Okay? Anastasia says, listen to Beth, and she will get you going to declutter. Worked for me. I love the testimonial. Thank you. I love it. June is saying, I just went through papers that were hoarded and they're getting thrown out. Notice all these things. Medicine cabinet too. Time will pass. Time passes. Somebody said something about June. I feel like June was just yesterday. Okay? I love this. I'm getting some TikTok. I'm getting some pages from friends. Wonderful. Happy Wednesday. Yeah. When we're balancing food, it's too much. Yeah. I hear a typewriter. No, I may be tic-tacking right here. This is on a little bit of a thing here to keep it from going. I'll try to, whatever. Notice the stuff that time passes very quickly. The older you get, the quicker it passes, and I don't feel old at all. So if this is how quickly it passes when I'm in my 50s, holy frajolies, how is it going to feel when I'm in my 80s and 90s? So just do a double check. Take 5 minutes while I'm doing this TikTok live. I will be on for like another 32 minutes because I started at 12:30. I'll go to 1:30. I like to do them for an hour. Okay, yes, an SOS. Just while I'm on, put the phone down, whatever. Go over to your fridge and just seriously just look at half a shelf of one thing on the door to just double check that, like your salad dressings, your mayonnaises, your barbecue sauces, your sauces from many lands. Just check the dates on them. Okay? And if anything is close to, just check it. If it's good, you're cool. If not, you might be able to weed out a few little things. Okay? There we go. June just says yes. I went through spices, and a lot were expired as well. Thrown out, moving on. Yeah, so I probably have spices in the spice cabinet that I seriously, and I hate when they do this. They make you buy a whole thing, and then literally it was for like one recipe. I had this like spicy Chex Mix, bourbon candied, bacon, whatever that I made quite a few years ago now that I think about it, for a Christmas party, because our Christmas parties were pre-COVID. So I know that's at least 4 years old, right? 3 or 4 years old. And because we live in a consumerist society, it would help us if I could only buy a teaspoon and be done with it. No. They make you buy the whole thing. So what I'm going to do next time, and maybe this too, is I bet you have friends that have the same issue, is I'm going to say, hey, before I go out and buy some more, I don't know, cardamom or whatever it is, I will send a flare out to my friends. I mean, does anybody already have this? I don't want to buy it. Can I, like in that old timey, can I borrow a cup of sugar? A neighbor going to a neighbor's house. Can I borrow a cup of flour? Do you have an egg I can use? Sharing what you have can be really cool. So instead of buying it, ask yourself the next time, if you're thinking of going and buying something, can I borrow? Can I share? Can I do something with somebody? You know? Okay, Anastasia is saying, I really need a consult. Yeah, you got it. They're not happening this week because I'm all over the place, happily. And next week there will be consults available on the calendar. If you want to know when the consults are release the consults. Get on the Destination Decluttered email mailing list. Maybe you're on it already. But if you're not, destinationdecluttered.com/join. I'm telling you, I have such an email started that is so chock-a-block full of all sorts of awesomeness that I can't wait to send it to you. I'm going to wait because I haven't finished writing it yet. But there's so many good things about consultations, about free workshops. Not just one. I decided to do another free workshop to get you started. It's going to be called, one's going to be called Breeze Blocking Your Year. The other one's going to be called, I don't know, something else. I wrote it down. Okay? Notice that. Okay? GGX2000 is saying, no room for all the Christmas sweaters and PJs. What to do? Either increase your space or decrease the amount of them you have. Okay? What are your favorites? What are the ones that you can, what are the favorites? Green light that lights up. I love this one. What are ones that you might be able to let go of and donate so somebody else can have it? Okay? And I'm laughing, not at you, GGX2000, but Anastasia. I tried packets of mayo and ketchup. Now I have a whole drawer of it. Too much. Yeah, because we're on a pig. Okay, Anastasia, I got you. We'll do consults. It'll be great. As my husband and I will say, it'll be great. You're going to love it. Yeah, we have some packets of what do you call it? Ketchup in our fridge because we left over from, to-go foods and things like that. And I'm going to make sure we use them. We're going to make sure we use those ketchup packets, right, hon?
Yes, dear.
Yes, my love. Just because they're kind of annoying. They're very helpful when you're in the car, eating your fries, num, num, num. But when you get them in the house, to get that little smidge of ketchup is kind of a pain in the butt. So you learn these things and you do differently. Okay? There we go. Hilda says, I have one tote for Christmas clothes. When it's full, I take stuff out. Yes. Bella J says, use ketchup packets for meatloaf. That would work, but we don't eat meatloaf. But thank you for the offer. See, there's different things we all do. Okay, there we go. I love that Penzeys offers trial size packets of spice. Maybe that's the next time we do that. That's a good idea because probably when I brought these things, Penzeys wasn't on my radar. Penzeys is now on my radar, so thank you. No, Gloria Dreams is saying, what to do with stuff that doesn't have a home yet? Container store? No, not yet, not yet. Can you make a home for it without going and buying something else? Is there a drawer? Is there a tote? Is there a shelf? Is there something that you're not going out and buying something else to store something in? Okay? And Anastasia is making a meatloaf, so she's saying, thank you, Mommy Salami. I love this. I love this collab we got going on here, right? We're all here to help each other. So I'm helping you to save some money. To say, before you go out to the Container Store and buy a container to store your stuff in, is there a better place that you can do it? What is the thing? Is a container the best home for it? I don't know what it is. See, this is the difference between kind of group coaching on a massive kind of anonymous level versus one-on-one coaching. Is getting really specific. So what is the thing you're thinking of that a tote from the Container Store would be the best storage place for it? Because to me, when I think of Container Store and storage, I often think of putting something away kind of permanent like very like it's going into cold storage. It's not something that I'm going to easily access. So maybe we have a miscommunication. Okay. Okay. Active things I keep, lins for, yeah. So there's different ways you can use bins and things like that to organize the stuff that you use. But as far as containerizing things and putting it in more solid storage, get curious about what you want to put in solid storage. Jody is asking, thoughts on old photo books, keep or let go? Now, I'm a sentimental person. I bet you are too, because you've got surface clutter, you get stored clutter. You've got sentimental things because you are a human, you're not a robot. Okay? You get to decide, Jody, about the old photo books. Do you want to keep them or not? This is where I might actually, this is one of the few places, I will share this with you, that I will ask you to get outside of your own self, to think bigger picture, and just ask, if you are the keeper of the family photos, if the photo albums you're keeping have other people in them, other generations, other family generations, that's a little bit different than my pictures of me and my high school friends. My high school friends and I. Right, Dad? If you are the keeper of the family legacies, I would heartily encourage you to find a way to share those photos with different generations, get them digitized, things like that, but also think of what, maybe not the quantity of photos, but the quality of them. Which photos would you like your future generations to see, that you may never meet these people, but 100 years from now, what handful of photos would you like to be representative of your generation and the previous generations? Probably not the one where your eyes are half closed and it's blurry, and maybe not the ones that are so formal, though there may be some of those. Maybe some of the ones that show you how you really lived as people. Don't we love it when we look at old-timey photos and we almost could see those people existing in real life, where they don't look so proper and in suits and things, where we see them laughing, in the backyard picnic, things like that? Notice, just have a conversation with yourself about what these photos are, and you can do something about them, okay? Gloria is saying, I moved into my first home a couple of months ago and still going through boxes. Good. Gloria, you know what that means? It means you have identified things that you've needed to get out to live your life, and you've also discovered that there are some things that you currently do not need to live a life that you're currently living. That is a really cool thing to find out. Oh, what's interesting? I've lived here for months and I have never needed to open up that box. So do I really need the stuff in that box? Maybe not. Maybe it's just extra stuff from where I lived before. Okay. Anastasia is saying, in my town, they are building more and more self-storage buildings. Is that necessary? Trust me, there's a racket going on here. And not to sound like it's a big Eastern syndicate, like Lucy and Charlie Brown Christmas, though I often sound like Lucy, and I sound like all of the Peanuts characters at one point or another, including Snoopy. They would not be building them if they were not making money from people, spending money to store their stuff and avoid making decisions. They're not going to be building all that unless they're making money from you, okay? Now, I know for a stone cold fact that temporary storage units can provide a temporary solution to a lot of things. I had decades ago now, in the 90s, which doesn't seem like decades ago, but it was. I had a lot of my stuff, like my couch and a lot of things, in a, a storage unit, because I had to move in with some people because of where I worked, and it was a whole thing. So that worked for a while, but then as soon as I moved and got my own place, I took the stuff back. So temporarily, storage units can be useful. It gives you a place to stage things so you have some space to work on your stuff. But long term, when they get you on this auto payment, you just keep on throwing the money and not making the decisions, that is where they get you. And I freaking hate being got. I do. I don't like being had. I don't be like, oh, guess what? You've gotten comfortable just letting us siphon this money out of your thing. No, F that. This is my 1980s punk rock, new wave, anarchist self saying, nuh-uh, you're not getting me. Okay? So notice that. It's not what people are doing. People are doing the best they can with what they have, as are you, as are me. We're doing the best we can. If that's the only thing that they can think of doing because they don't know that there's an option out there, or they're afraid to make decisions, or there's other stuff going on, I don't judge people for doing it. I get pissed at corporations for profiting off of people's situations, okay? On the same flip side, I also make money helping people with this stuff, but I do it one-on-one, and I do it temporarily to give you the skills so you can do it long after I'm gone. This is when I think of myself as like a driving coach, like learning how to drive a car. I show up with you and I coach you, and you practice and you get better, and then you got your license, and for the rest of your life you do something different. Okay? So notice that. Yeah, people lose all their stuff and auction it off if you die or you can't pay. You know? Meg is dancing. How do I stop putting stuff in my car? Easy. You catch yourself when you're just about to do it, and then you go do something else. You put it somewhere else as opposed to your car. You catch yourself in the habit. You put your little traffic cop hand out and say, wait a minute, don't want to put stuff in the car. Where else can I put it? Okay? There we go. I do have a lot of stuff in my SUV. I got to work on that also. How about this? I love when people start small, because this is where it starts, is starting small, is start in your car. When you get your car looking and feeling and functioning in it like you want to, you can do the same thing to your house. Okay? Starting in your car, chunk it down. How does it feel when I sit in the driver's seat? Let me clean out the trash. Let me, wipe down those surfaces. Let me vacuum it out. Okay? Then I go and I walk around and I sit in the passenger seat. Okay, how can I make this look and feel better? All right, lather, rinse, repeat. You do the thing for the back seat. Then you go in the other back seat. Then you go in the trunk. Little bits at a time. Practice doing it in your car. You spend a lot of time. If you're like me, not as much as I used to, but you spend a lot of time in your car. Make it be a delightful place to be, and then you can do the same things to your house. Okay? Okay. How do I handle a task that is trauma trigger? It makes me panic. Notice the trigger. Calm down your nervous system. When your nervous system is calmed down, do something else. Check it. Diffuse the trigger. Don't allow it to be a trigger anymore. I'm not saying it's easy, but practicing knowing what triggers you, interrupt the pattern and doing something else and copying and pasting that stuff where you do something else when the trigger appears, that will rewire your brain. Now, I only do a certain amount of that with my declutter coaching. If your trauma and your trigger is something that's really impacting your life, mental health professionals can help with this. I love it. That is often the best help you can get, clutter-wise and otherwise. But if it's not so serious, coaching from me can probably help, okay? Notice that. There we go. Somebody says I stop at a trash can at 7-Eleven before I come home to clean a car. It stays clean. I have gotten into the habit of, before I get out of the car, whenever I get into my house, I will try to endeavor to pick up the empty ketchup packets we were talking about earlier. For me, salt packets or little dribs and drabs. I will do my best, and we park right near our trash can, so I'll try to throw them away at that. If not, I'll bring them into the house and throw them away. I don't do it all the time, but I do it enough that the stuff does not clean up, okay? The stuff does not pile up. How to handle the clutter that I've gone blind to? Just rub your eyes, see it. Here's a fun way to notice the clutter that you've gotten blind to. I do this with my clients when they sign up with me. Take pictures. Go around your house right now, beginning of the year. This is a fun thing. It's the end of one year. Take a picture of where all your clutter is in your home, or maybe just one room. Don't overwhelm yourself with the whole house, just one room. Walk around and take pictures of the clutter, and then you'll notice it more so than if you see it just naked with the naked eye. You'll see where things have piled up. Things look different in pictures, so use that to your advantage. And then say to yourself, I don't want it to look this way this time next year, so what can I do different? Okay? Become unblind to it and then do something different. Okay? My problem is my children's photos. They are grown. Hard to organize their childhood photos and memento. Ask yourself this, user 7611, why are you doing that? Do they want them? If they want them, put them in 3 boxes. Child 1, Child 2, Child 3, Child 4. Give them to them. Have them sort them out if they want them. Ask yourself why you're doing it. Yeah. Anastasia is saying I'm an Uber driver, so my car has to stay clean. It's hard to be consistent, though. Yes, it's a little bit at a time. It's a little bit at a time. And as an Uber rider occasionally, I love it when a car is nice and clean. I get kind of skeeved out, I'll be honest with you, when I'm in somebody's Uber car because when it's dirty, Okay, so kids don't want them. I have 6 kids. They picked the ones they wanted. Okay, have fun. Love all those pictures. Give them a kiss as you put them in the trash. Unless you want to hang on to them and then somebody else is going to throw them away after you die. Now, I know that sounds harsh, but that is what's going to happen. If they have said they don't want them and you're hanging on to them, when you pass, they are going to pitch them anyway. And if you hanging on to them now doesn't make you feel good, but it makes you feel ugh, then stop the ugh. It is it can be scary. It can feel different, you know? Okay. Pictures definitely help me make it way worse. Focus in on something you can change and then take an after picture. Take an after picture. You take a picture. I could have taken a picture of this desk right here and then done something different, taken another picture. Then I have proof of my progress. See, I love it. Pictures don't lie because they can show your progress. You may be only taking beginning, like on HGTV, you're only seeing the before, but you're never showing yourself the incrementals where it's looking better. All right? So we got about 15 more minutes here. Yep, you can have people put things online or a desk. There's all sorts of things. They have them on their phone. I do that myself. I even said to my husband the other day, we were going for a walk, and how I don't have printed photos anymore. It's just we as humans in our society, we have gone from a paper-based society to an electronic-based society. I keep my photos on my phone and in the cloud. And I do this, and I take different photos than I did now. God, back in the day, was I ever taking as many pictures of my food as I do? But now I use my phone thing as a timeline, as a scrapbook, as a memory of where I was, what I did, and yeah, what I ate and drank. Okay, so notice that, okay? And isn't it interesting? I have Christmas pictures on my phone, but I never really look at them until after Christmas, or after Christmas. Yes, sometimes we do that to be in the moment, but we forget to be in the moment, okay? Yeah, having people, yeah, right. My mom has so many things she thinks we want. God, my mother would save the weirdest stuff, and then the stuff we do want, she'd be like, oh, I got rid of that. Ask people, Yeah, when you die, who has access to your cloud? My husband has access to the cloud because I have it in my will, because I made a will, and you talk about who gets that next right of a digital thing. It's a thing you can have somebody be the person who has access to it. There's ways you can do it now because this is the world we live in, so they solve for those problems. Okay? Yeah, photos are so hard. We take so many photos, so this is why digital clutter and physical clutter to me are two different things. So I like to help you with your physical clutter because it does impact how things look on a daily basis. When you have 500,000 photos on your phone still stays the same size. You can find the photos you want by scrolling through, or you can organize them if you choose to. Digital clutter is different. I am here to help you with the physical clutter in your home so your home looks better, you feel better, it functions better, because I'm all about better. Okay? Yep. Notice your mom is disappointed because she thought you wanted it, but she's trying to guilt you into it. Erin, you know what I'm talking about. Myself too. You can also take this stuff and then put it in a closet, and after she's gone, pitch it. It's, oh, you disappointed me. You didn't want that thing. Yeah, you know what? Somebody throws a piece of poop at you. You might catch it inadvertently, but as soon as you realize it's poop or guilt, you don't need it. You can drop it. You can choose to not have somebody guilt you into something. I'm always quoting Mike Nesmith from the Monkees. I'm like, that's their hang-up, man. That's their hang-up. I thought you would want this. Thank you for thinking of me, but no, I don't. Thank you for thinking of me and loving me, but no, I do not want that, whatever it is. I know you still love me, though. Okay? Notice that. Alrighty. So I just started creating a book each year with the photos that highlight my year, and I want to see it again. Awesome. And you say just making memories, so rock on with that. Create more memories. This is why I do it. I do what I do to get you out of your house. Stop using your time to get all your stuff together and out there making memories for yourself. Doing things that are going to be memories, not just stuff around your house. I'm about to do that in the next 11 minutes. I have gotten I will share this with you. I decided to pop up and do this TikTok live to encourage you to let's take care of your stuff kind of once and for all so that you have so much more time in 2024 and for the rest of your effing life to do the things you want to do while also loving where you live and having your home look and feel and function like you want it to, but not have it take over your life. You are not a housewife. You did not get married to a house, but you have habits and you live in a a society that says to go buy more things. And if you can't have space for buying more things, buy a bigger house, go to Container Store, do all the things. You can do that if it makes you feel good. I will not stop you from doing a damn thing. But what I want to discourage you from, or just have you question, if it makes you feel good or not. And if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. If it makes you feel crappy and ugh and overwhelmed, let's stop that and let's start something else. Okay? Notice that. Let this be the time between Christmas and New Year's where you say enough of the Christmas overconsumption, and then let's start the new year. Let's start the new year today by even getting your head around, what do I want different next year? What do I want different? What do I want to feel different? How do I want to feel different during the holidays next year? Now, I will say this, and this isn't to sound infomercially, but I am doing a couple of free workshops for the people on the Destination Decluttered mailing list. They don't even know it yet because I am putting the email out. It's going to go out tomorrow. I promise. And it's going to help you set up what you want to be different for next year, and in doing it in a way that's going to make it different from any other year because you've never had a coach before. Even if it's just the one-on-one coaching that you get from 2 workshops and a free Zoom will help you do things differently. Now, if you sign up for my one-on-one coaching, boy, will that be different, as people will attest. So destinationdeclutter.com/join is my mailing list. You're going to get an email. There's going to be a couple of free workshops because I want to set you up to do things differently this year. What you did last year, whatever worked for you, yay, let's do more of that. But whatever didn't work for you, let's notice it, flip it over. What's the opposite? Break it apart to find things that'll help you. Not just with your clutter, but with other things. And it's going to be fun. I love this beginning time of the new year because it's a time to say what worked, yay, what didn't, let's learn from it and do something different and get excited about what the new year can bring. And the sooner you start with this, even if it's next week, if you say, okay, whatever, I'm going to keep on eating chocolate for breakfast this week and, maybe I'll shower, maybe I don't know, whatever. Next week, let's start the new year together. Clean slate, but doing things differently than you've done them before. And it's not just random different, it's strategic difference. That's what coaching helps you with. And my one-on-one coaching does it directly for you, specifically custom made for you. But even if you only show up for some of these TikTok lives, you'll get some helpful hints. Now, if you struggle with getting started and doing the things, that's when the coaching will probably most benefit you. But if you already know how to get yourself started and you just need a little tips and tricks, this will totally get you where you're going. Okay? Oh, that's awesome. Lori Hanna is giving a little testimonial. She says, I can say the one-on-one has made a huge difference for me. Thank you, Lori, for letting me know that. I will see you next week as we continue on our journey together. But this is why I do it. Because, Mima says, purging my home of my ex and his son have helped immensely. Yes, because it's not just about the stuff. It's about the people. It's the stuff. It's the opportunities. It's saying, does this work for me? Is this giving me the life I want? And if not, what can I do about it? Because you can do something about that. You are not a victim. You can do something. And if you're saying, I don't know what to do, I can help you with that. What you can do is do something little and tiny. And I know there's a movie out there about some guy who breaks out of jail by using a teaspoon at a time. Was that The Green Mile or something else? Teaspoon at a time, you can get out of jail. Now, I would much rather have you get out of there as quickly as possible. That's why I offer the one-on-one coaching. But if all you can do is a teaspoon, then do a teaspoon. It adds up. Okay? There we go. Heather, look at you. From the beginning of me doing this, when you were like, I'm stuck, I'm overwhelmed, I'm sitting here surrounded by stuff, you said I just broke down 6 electronics boxes that I've been holding on to for years and cleaned out a garage cabinet. You guys, I haven't even been doing this TikTok for an hour. And in this hour, she's done something that she hasn't done in 6 years. Notice the power. Now, all I'm doing is showing up in the spirit of your internal co-pilot. It's a spirit of encouragement, giving you courage, motivation in a good way. Mama Kimbo says, every live you do, I tackle something and listen to your motivating voice. Thank you for letting me know that. Oh, Shawshank. Thank you. Shawshank Redemption. I appreciate everybody letting me know. So right. Little tiny rock hammer. Okay, same diff. Little things over and over again. Now, temporarily, I want you to hear my voice in your head, because when you're hearing me being encouraging and congratulating and empowering and all that good stuff, I have quieted down the backseat drivers that you have. But what I would much rather, in going into this year, think about it. Think about your internal co-pilot voice. Your internal co-pilot who may use different words, but has the same energy behind it. The energy of love and possibility and encouragement, and not judgment, not shame, not guilt, not discouraging, not mean, not have to, but want to and get to, because you want to have a better life. You get to have things feel better. You get to do some things. So I show up temporarily, just teaching you this new language so that when I'm not on the TikToks and not showing up doing a live or whatever, that you can practice using these words that I share with you for yourself. Now, if you want to practice more and hear me more, and I'm not doing a TikTok live because I'm on for like 4 more minutes, and then I've got some friends I'm going to catch up with because I am making time for what's important to me by saying, this can wait, I'm going to go off and do friends, but I also don't have much to do around here because I'm decluttered, so it feels good, is my Destination Decluttered TikTok lives. I download them from TikTok, I upload them to Destination Decluttered on YouTube. So if you want my voice whispering in your head, body doubling, my ADHD people, body doubling, it helps. People tell me this. So I honor that and I offer that, okay? So notice that. And Heather says, I need to subscribe or send you money because I owe you for what you have done solely from your lives. Okay, you know what? I'm sure there's a way we can figure that out, all right? But in the meantime, what you could really do is you can help me by getting the word out to more people, okay? You can send me paying clients. You can tell me people, you know what I mean? You can be a walking, living example of the possibility of what this does, okay? Notice that, all right? And that is such a cool statement for me to hear. That makes me know that what I've done for the past year or 2 or 3 or 4, because I just started this is a new chapter in my life, helping people in this way. It encourages me to continue on doing what I'm doing and making it better every time I can, so that next year is even better than this year. I know I'm a better coach now than I was at this time last year because I've coached so much, and I will continue to always want to become a better coach. When I become a better coach, my rates will increase because you get a better coach, so you're getting what you pay for, you know? There you go, Heather. See, you're totally helping me out. Jennifer is saying, did you say your website has your TikTok lives? Close. Let me be clear because I got like 2 minutes. DestinationDecluttered.com is my website, but I upload the TikTok live recordings to Destination Decluttered on YouTube. You will see when you go to Destination Decluttered on YouTube that there is a, what do you call that? A list. I can't remember what they call it, but there's like a playlist that says TikTok live recordings. And I'm up to date on that because I know how much it helps people to have some encouragement in their lives where they may not have a lot of it. Okay. The other thing you can do, and I'll just do this in the last couple things, is signing up for my mailing list is seriously the best thing ever. Not ever, but you know, the best thing ever. I think I'm riffing on Kids in the Hall. Regardless. DestinationDecluttered.com/join. Tomorrow there's an email going out that's going to give you a chock block full of 2 free workshops I'm doing. If you can't make it, you can have access to the recording. You'll know when the consultation calendar is opening up for next week and the weeks beyond, so you can start your coaching. It will tell you when the January 2024 group only, members only Zoom call is going to be. That's also free. So all sorts of things. Okay? All sorts of free things for you. All I ask of you is a couple things. If you want one-on-one coaching, get in touch with me. We'll make that happen. You pay me for that. Other than that, follow my TikTok page. That is free. Get the word out. Spread the word to people you think need help cluttering. More people who know that there's help available, the more people I can help. Okay? Yes, and things are dated, completely dated. Like not dated and old-timey, but like, yeah, as of like, I think I did one yesterday. The one yesterday says 12/26, that type of thing. All right? Deb signed up. That's awesome. Bonnie Esther is saying, I am still marveling that at least one of my kitchen drawers remains neat, and that was from a live. But you know what you did? You decluttered it during a live, and then you maintained it by changing your habits between now and the last time. That's how everything becomes neater, is checking your habits and changing it. Okay? Yes, and Jennifer, you know what? I will be honest with you about the simple container under the kitchen. I will say that's not my area of expertise because I don't know the square footage of your thing, but there is a solution to how you want to do your under the sink thing. But before you decide to figure out what's there, see what you're holding, see if what you're storing down there really needs to be there. Declutter it first. And then when you know what you want to be there in the measurements and stuff, then you can go online and you can look up things on Amazon. Then you can go to a professional organizer who helps with those things. You can go to the Container Store. There are many solutions for that. I help you get right with the quantity and quality of the items you have and where they go. And then we can problem solve them. Okay? Yes, and I love it. Somebody says, when I struggle to throw something away, I remind myself, your health is more expensive than this. Okay? All right. I wish I could have afforded another round of one-on-one, Jen. It's okay. I'll be here for you. You have all you need. Just encourage yourself to show up. You have the tools you need. Just using them will make a difference. Okay? I'm going to sign off now. It's 1:31. I get stuff to do. Cindy is signed up for emails and subscribed to YouTube. All y'all, you got this. Okay? Tomorrow, I'm probably not going to do a TikTok live because I have some adventurous plans tomorrow. Friday, there's somebody here I may be seeing at 11 o'clock Eastern. Not going to name names, but I will also be around to do a TikTok live. Okay? You guys got this. You seriously can do it. I am here to discourage your, backseat drivers when they try to tell you you can't. I'm here to tell you you can. Okay? You can do it, so let's do it. All right? I'll see ya. Bye.